We decide where we will go. Right here, this team, right now, every step.
Splashes it through. Oh, what a big shot.
Wear them down with our effort. Wear them down with the consistency of it.
Virginia's going to win anyway. Unbelievable. Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Stellar One Bank and by UVA Health System and by Geico and by the Virginia Athletics Foundation.
On this edition of Cavalier Sports Weekly.
So this game, although it's a football game to us, then there's some personal implications to a lot of relationships that have been established.
Swanson would be the lead blocker. He follows Swanson, goes into the air, and reaches into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia.
Welcome to the season premiere of Cavalier Sports Weekly. I'm LaRoy Reynolds, senior co-captain of the football team. We just wrapped up training camp in preparation for our first game of the season against Richmond. Here's an all-access look from the building of the program.
Senior co-captain Perry Jones projects a nearly superhuman on-field image, but his career at UVA has been built on hard work and dedication that commands respect amongst teammates and coaches alike.
Perry, man. He's Superman. He's been one of the hardest workers I've known since I walked into Oscar Smith High School. To see him where he is today is no surprise to us back home.
Coming out, I was getting recruited as a safety by most schools. My first time playing running back was my senior year in high school. A lot of colleges didn't have tape of me playing running back. I only had 3 scholarships, not including Virginia, Boston College, Richmond, and an appointment from the Navy. Seeing how it would be easy for my family members to come to the game, good school academically, so I just thought this would be the best fit for me.
Got time, he's going to lob this one, he's got his man open, Perry Jones with a tremendous catch.
Stature, you're right, he's a little bit on the short side, but right from day one, his work ethic, leadership, the effort that he gave, everything he did it 100% the best that he could. Just a great example for everyone else. You could see it right away.
Watch P. Boom, right off the back block. That's it. Straight down to the left cheek of the center. The left leg of the center.
He's a guy you look up to. He's a guy, I try to work with him in the weight room, off the field. We're doing drills. I want to be next to Perry. I want to do what Perry does because he sets the bar for what, Virginia football should be.
He's probably pound for pound the strongest guy on our team, one of the hardest workers on our team. Our running backs are a close-knit group, and it's because of the leadership of Perry that says, hey, listen, I'm cheering for you, whether it's Khalid Shepard or Clifton Richardson or Kevin Parks. I'm cheering for you guys. If you do well, the team does well. And when you have a young man that understands that, then you got something special.
Hey, let's get it in right here, man. Hey, right read, man. Progression. Let's go. I run so fast, my cleats falling apart.
Perry can do it all. We like him in open space. We like him running the ball with power. We like him pass protecting against linebackers. So really, you've got a kind of do-it-all guy, and it isn't just do everything okay. He does things great.
Some of the stuff I do, I'll go back and watch film and just think to myself, like, what was I thinking? How did I do that? It's just more instinctive than anything. It's definitely a good trait to have.
It's just so many different things about Perry that people see it on the football field and say, wow, he's Superman. But day in, day out, my interactions with him and how he deals with other people is, that's why he's a Superman.
When I was a freshman, I really didn't know a lot about the culture and the tradition, of Virginia football, but under Coach Young, he's definitely helped open my eyes to that, and it's definitely making a lot of great strides, and I'm just glad to say I was a part of it.
For an in-depth look at our opponent Saturday, here's Coach London's film breakdown of Richmond Spiders' offense.
scouting report today is on the offensive side of the Richmond Spiders. Richmond Spiders were 3-8 last year. Of course, had a coaching transition, a coaching change, and one of the former Virginia coaches, Danny Rocco, is now their head coach. Not only was Danny one of the assistant coaches here when I was an assistant, Levern Beelan, that's on that staff, was here at Virginia. Bob Trott was on the staff here at Virginia with Coach Groh, as well as Wayne Lindenberg. Fontel Mines, one of the best receivers, play out of Virginia, is one of the receivers coaches there. Byron Thweet, a linebacker here at Virginia when he played, is coaching on Danny's staff as well. Now, a lot of things we know about each other. Of course, Michael Rocco, our quarterback, his uncle is Danny Rocco, the head coach at Richmond. So this game, although it's a football game to us, there are some personal implications to a lot of relationships that have been established. There's no film on them from last year, but Richmond's offensive coordinator, Coach Streeter, was the offensive coordinator for Coach Rocco here at Liberty. They will run this style of offense. Full backfield set, do a lot of motion. If you notice, there's a lot of misdirection. Try to get you off guard with having to guard the motion man, but at the same time having an opportunity to hand off to their running back. So there's a quarterback, there's a motion. As he handed the ball off, there are times that the quarterback will keep the ball. This formation right here is called the pistol formation, where the running back is directly behind the quarterback. And again, it's sort of the same type of misdirection, kind of get you moving, try to create issues for the defense. Again, this is part of the formations that we'll have to defend with motion and with different backfield sets. That's prevalent in this style of offense. Here's another shot. Almost gives the look of a two backfield set, whether it's a tight end or a fullback, but they can act like they're running, and then quarterback pulls out and throws a pass. So you're always concerned about stopping the run. And what you see right here by the wide receiver, he goes out to the corner as if he's going to stalk block the corner. The corner reacts to it basically as if it's run. And then just that moment, that hesitation right there allows him to stutter go and get behind the corner, for a touchdown. The key is going to be getting good reads from the offensive lineman up front. We had to watch Liberty film to get an idea of the offensive schemes, and then you go back and you watch Richmond film to get an idea of the personnel. It shows a quarterback, John Love, who's also their captain. John was a freshman when I was there at Richmond as a head coach in 2008. 6'2", 215, strong arm guy. Here's another shot of John here. He drops back to throw, and there's no one open, and he's pulling the ball down and taking off and running. One thing about offenses that have quarterbacks that run, we try to teach our guys to go after the ball, put your hat on the ball, and try to create turnovers and fumbles like that. This offense is a style of offense that will allow John to fake runs, misdirection. They bootleg off of that and give him an opportunity to throw the ball down the field. This one right here is another pass play, the last clip we'll show you, of young man number 88, Kevin Finney, who's a preseason all-conference player. Big, tall guy, about 6'6", 260, can run. And this is part of what the offense can do and what we know him to do as far as being able to run. John throws the ball, Kevin goes up and uses his athleticism and makes a play for him. That's a scouting report on the Richmond Spiders coming here September 1. We know they'll be ready for us, but we'll be ready for them as well. Look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Cavalier fans, join me, Dave Kane, the voice of the Cavaliers, at the Kroger on Rio Road in Charlottesville from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. and use your Kroger Plus card for your chance to win UVA prizes. Alternative entry options available. No purchase necessary. Look for the Cavalier One trailer. We hope to see you there. This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Welcome back to the show. This spring, the Virginia women's rowing team captured its second national title. Here are the championship highlights.
We just tell everybody, race your race, do everything you can, because it's a race and you want to do for your boat and that type of thing, but also race for your team and your teammates. And that's what everybody did. Everybody came through for a great race and just got nipped at the line by Ohio State.
we gotta get ready to race. That's you gotta be ready for anything. Nothing's changed one bit, guys. You guys stay right on the mission. As you said before, the full setup for you guys. Just take care of your part, and we're good to go. Offline, controlled, right? One stroke at a time, one place at a time.
And one other thing, relax and attack. Relax and attack, okay?
Well, I don't know if it was just today. I mean, we knew yesterday when we launched the 2V that them making the final was probably going to be the difference in having a real shot at the championship.
Every day, every stroke up to this, seriously blood, sweat, and tears. To come through and really just push ourselves because we knew what was possible is just like all worth it in this moment.
The 2V getting in the final yesterday was huge for our team, and then getting fifth today with everything they had. And it was up to the varsity. They had to come through, and they did it. All year they've done it, and they did it again. For right now, think about all the deposits, all the money in the bank, right? Okay, think about all those deposits, not just in training, all the deposits you've made racing. Now it's the ultimate withdrawal. You're going to basically rob the bank. Okay, all right. The vault is open, and you're going to go in and get it all right now.
Take care of our part. That's all we can do. We can't worry about what happened in any of the other races. And I think for the first time in my life, I was not nervous at the starting line.
Early on in the race, we just went down a couple of seats, and from our race against Michigan before, we knew that we had like a really good base speed that was faster than everyone else in the country. We just had to go out and do what we're capable of.
Then when you have a big class of seniors, they're the ones that turn the tide. The experience and the desire to win and go out on top is key. I think we had 12 of the 23 were seniors, and so I think those guys led that propelled the team to what we did today.
We had no idea what happened with the team, so we're celebrating about our race, and it was really exciting, but we were all looking back and asking, what happened? Did we win the team? I didn't know until after we'd pulled up and jumped in and everything that we'd won the whole thing, so it was really, really exciting.
But it was spontaneous. They couldn't help themselves. The kids went out, they had to row by us after the finish anyway, and so the kids jumped in the water, the teammates, and then they jumped in, and it was like, it went from there. It was pretty cool.
Having everyone there and everyone's so excited, it really, really makes you realize, how much of a team effort it is, and we're all out there every day pushing each other, and we did this for them.
It's just been like really inspirational to be a part of, and I think it's something that I'll like never forget. It's just incredible today.
Let's all join hands and give a yell for dear old UVA.
This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by UVA Health System. We're for fans everywhere, and we're for the Cavaliers.
Welcome back to the show. The women's soccer team wrapped up a 4-game homestand by defeating UNC Wilmington. Here's a recap.
We're starting to gel, we're starting to incorporate a lot more of the first years into our play, and I think our possession has improved as well, which has translated into, I think, our success on the attacking end.
As a freshman, I definitely want to just start off great for my team, make an impact, be a spark, just really just have that energy, like a new energy that I can bring to the team.
As we get together and start practicing more, I think we learn more about each other and how we play. I mean, I played with Caroline for a little bit, so I know how she plays. It's just getting used to the freshmen like Mac and getting used to how she's playing and everyone else.
mean, we're certainly getting better. I don't think we're firing on all cylinders just yet, but still being early on in the year, I think that's to be expected on some levels. It's partly due to our improved possession in the sense that we're not giving the ball away. I felt like the initial game with Penn State, we did a good job of taking care of the ball, and it put us under pressure. And the last couple of games, we've done a much better job of that, and I think it helps us on both sides of the ball, both offensively and defensively. As long as we continue to work hard in training and continue to improve on both sides of the ball, I'm pleased. And at this stage, like I said, to be 3-1, have 3 straight shutouts here in the last 3 games at home, I think that's great. And that's a good stepping stone for us.
Coming up after the break.
This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by the Virginia Athletics Foundation. You are the foundation.
Bonjour. This summer, the men's basketball team traveled to Europe for 5 games against elite international competition. Here's a story on their trip.
Just got off the plane, 7 hours, slept for about 1. It's 1 a.m. back home, it's 8 o'clock here. Have to stay up so our body can get used to this time zone, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it.
So once we got to the hotel, after we got back from the airport today, I went, walked around Amsterdam a little bit, checked out some sites, went in a few stores, took a little nap, pretty tired, but just walked around with some teammates and just checked the place out a little bit.
So to be able to just see that, talk to the team about just how many dreams were made on that track, in that setting. It was the first place that lit the Olympic torch. There was some pretty special things to point out, and just to be in that setting really on our first day there was, I thought, special. It was a great way to start the trip.
Freshmen came out and they weren't timid at all. They were really aggressive, and a lot of those guys, Justin, Mike, and Evan, all really stepped up big and helped contribute quite a bit.
Definitely, it was really exciting just to be able to see how to play under Coach Bennett and play with everyone on the team. I was really excited to play.
We were very complete and solid in that first game, and I think it almost came too easy because it was a great lesson. We played the same team in less than 24 hours, and though we thought, okay, if we show up and we work at it, we'll be okay, that was a team that had their pride wounded. They were older men.
We couldn't match their intensity or their ability to do what they wanted. They imposed their will on us. We didn't do much. We got stretched and too many breakdowns. Some of that's inexperience, but some of that's just a lack of being
tough-minded enough in a setting where we thought it was going to come a little easier because of yesterday's game.
Thanks for watching Cavalier Sports Weekly. We have some great home games this week, so come out and support the Cavaliers. Field hockey hosts in-state rival Old Dominion on Sunday. Men's soccer hosts UCLA on Sunday and opens their ACC schedule next Friday against Duke at Klockner Stadium. And women's soccer plays in the Virginia Nike Soccer Classic against George Mason on Friday. We'll be back next week with more highlights and great stories from Virginia athletics. I'm LaRoy Reynolds, and until next time, go Hoos!
Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Stellar One Bank. In banking, there's good, better, and stellar. Visit Stellar One Bank today to see the difference. And by UVA Health System. We're for fans everywhere, and we're for the Cavaliers. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by the Virginia Athletics Foundation. You are the foundation.